Why are you standing in the middle of their living room ironing? Oh, Unique's brother. Why are you standing in the middle of their living room ironing? Like, it feels oddly aggressive. I've never seen someone iron aggressively where you feel like there's an implied threat there. I just feel like if you notice when Unique walks in the house, Pranessa runs down the steps to come and grab him up so that they can talk. And there's no conversation really between Unique and Ronnie. But you notice that as Unique and Pranessa are walking up the steps, that like Ronnie kind of looks off to the side, like in the direction in which they walked. It's from the very first moment that we met this guy, him sitting there eating the cereal, you just got the feeling like he's going to be a problem. And it's like, we haven't even seen much of him since then, right? Just little bits and pieces here and there. There's just like an ominous presence to this guy. Doesn't really say much of anything, hasn't really done anything, just, you don't get good vibes from him. But with his addition, it's like, it's interesting already. So now, Ronnie seems like he has a very ominous presence. But I think he's going to end up being a very interesting character. Him and Unique at the club. Number one, like, Unique's outfit was dope. I would say that I think Unique, even more so than RAQ, because I think if you look back to the first season, her outfits can be, or were, hit or miss. They kind of seem to go in a different direction with the second season. And here, they're doing all right this season. But I think, like, consistently, Unique is probably, like, the best dressed character. He has, like, the best wardrobe on the show. Male, female, I would say they dress Unique even better than RAQ. And it's, like, the perfect blend of, like those, like that late 80s, early 90s era outfit that's, like, somewhat dressy, but at the same time with, like, the street swag of, like, his Jordans and Timberlands and this and that and whatnot. It's like the perfect balance. Whereas Marvin kind of looks like, Cliff Huxtable with his outfits. Not to say that he dresses badly, but he dresses like a 40-something, 50-year-old man, RAQ's outfits can be a little bit uneven. But putting that aside, there's like quite a bit of foreshadowing, I think, with Ronnie, where from the very first moment that he popped up, his presence just felt ominous. And then I think adding to it is Pranessa also feels uncomfortable with him in the house, right? It's like these little breadcrumbs leading you up to this guy is going to be a problem. Like, he's quiet right now, but he's like an intensely interesting character. Sometimes when you watch like shows or movies, you'll have like these really loud, rowdy people. And they can be entertaining. But sometimes like those quiet, simmering folks, they can be incredibly intriguing. And it's like with Ronnie, he doesn't say much, he's quiet, but you can see like the gears are moving and there's a lot going on beneath the surface. So it's like they show up at the club and it's kind of, it continues this thing of him kind of being out of step with what's going on. They show up at the club. Unique is dressed quite nicely. And Ronnie has on what looks like maybe like either like a members only. It's probably not a members only, more like a Nautica or Columbia type jacket, some jeans and whatnot. He looks like he's something you would wear out running errands and whatnot. You know, it's not a particularly nice outfit. Shows up at the club with Unique, and initially like the bouncer is giving him some static. And you can just tell because of the way that like he looks at the bouncer. He doesn't say anything to him. He doesn't get loud or carry on or anything like that. For example, as Marvin previously might have. Or even as we saw Lou carrying on at the club. He's like very quiet, very even and whatnot, never gets loud with the bouncer or anything. But you can just tell from the way that he's looking at this guy, even when he sees him later on, that bouncer doesn't know what problems he's gotten himself into. You know, it's like he's quiet and like doesn't really display much emotion or anything like that until you see when he's sitting at the table, or in the booth rather, and, you know, Unique sends over some ladies, hoping to kind of loosen him up and whatnot, and he, like, explodes, you know, like, telling them to get off of him. And so it's like, you kind of get, like, a glimpse into what's likely to come, where it's like, on the one hand, he seems, like, very quiet and calm, but it's to a degree that it feels unnerving. And then it's like, just in a split second, you see this eruption of anger. You know, where like the ladies kind of scurry away and Unique has to come over and kind of calm him down and whatnot. But it's like, it shows you just a glimpse into what is potentially going on there, or what could potentially happen there. That it's like, he's cool and calm on the surface, but there's like boiling rage there and just absolute danger. And so it's like, he is indeed a bit out of step with the times. And, you know, like the bouncer makes mention of it, Unique as well, that, you know, Ronnie has been away for some time. When he went in, things were moving and operating in a different kind of way. And he's now out, but is still clinging to how he knew things to be when he went in. You know, and so that's like the way that he's dressed. That's with the way that they operate the business. That's even with the way that he views RAQ and her now being like the big man on campus and whatnot. Where it's like he's clinging to the old ways and everyone else has moved forward. And in and of itself, you know, it'd be tough noogies, but Ronnie seems like he might be a problem. You know, and this difference of opinion is going to end up being some real drama for quite a few characters. It's going to be interesting to see where things go with him.